concept of slope in mathematics, basically, like everything else, can be reduced to very simple terms. I like to reduce it to very simple sentences, or even manage to distill down to one word that's easy to remember. Basically, it has to do with whether you're going up or down. Watch this. So, if any of you guys have ever tried skiing down the stairs, and please don't actually try this. Of course, if you've already tried it, you may remember making that big crash sound at the bottom because of gravity, and then your mom or your dad asked, "What was that noise?" And you said, "What was what noise?" If you ever take another crack at it, which I don't recommend that you do, you will notice that when you go down the stairs, your skis are facing at an angle like that. So if this is you, you'll notice that as you go down, your skis are going down at the same angle all the time. So if this is you and your skis are like that, they don't tend to go like this up or this down. They tend to stay at the same angle or slope all the time. So in fact, as you're going down, obeying the laws of gravity, if not logic, what's happening is that for every step you go down, like say maybe 1 foot, you are also going across a fixed distance like this, maybe 2 feet. So let us say that you go down 1 foot, which is 1, and you go across 2. This means that your rise over run, or your slope equals rise over run. Now rise of course implies that we're going up, but in this case you're going down, so we use a negative number. In this case our rise is 1, or -1, because we're going down 1 step, or 1 foot. And using the same unit of measure, we are maybe going across 2 feet, or whatever it is. So plus 2. Now our slope in this case turns out to be -1/2. You will notice that as you go down more steps, your skis stay at the same angle or slope, which in this case is going downward. So if we go down 2 steps, we now go down 2 units, and we go across 2 plus 2 equals 4. Our slope stays the same. Check this out. Slope now equals -2 because we went 2 feet down and we went 4 across. Hey, check it out. -2 over 4 is -1/2. Same fraction reduced. Therefore, as the angle downward stays the same, the slope is the same, regardless of how big a measurement we take. I strongly suggest that since you are probably at least high school watching this, possibly university, that you do not actually try this experiment. In my previous career as a doctor, I used to work at hospitals in different countries, including Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto. If you're watching this video from Canada, you may be familiar with Sick Kids. We used to treat about 10 facial fractures per day when I was a doctor there. We had a special name for days like that. We used to call them weekdays. So don't try this at home. Now, if you tried skiing back up the stairs like this, now of course, being a sophisticated high school student, you're not stupid enough to try this yourself. You get your younger brother or sister to try this, and they look at you suspiciously like, Shlomo or Muhammad, why would I ski up the stairs? Because you're not stupid enough to try it yourself. This is you skiing back up the stairs, defying the laws of gravity. So, as you're skiing up the stairs like this, once again, your skis stay at the same angle upwards. So your rise over run this time can be expressed as follows. Rise over run, which is the same as slope, equals, in this case we could say, for example, different staircase. Now we are going up maybe 1 meter for every 1 meter we go across. So our slope, or rise over run, is 1 over 1, which is 1. If you have trouble counting to 1, you probably shouldn't be watching this video without your parents. Now, rise over run. This time it's upward, so it is +1 over +1, which brings us back to 1. What happens if you're on level ground, level ground, cross-country skiing like this? Well, since you're going across level ground, for every 1 meter you go across, you're going up a grand total of 0 because you're on flat ground. So your slope in this case for a dead horizontal line is 0, and it doesn't really matter what's in the bottom because, as you all know, anything divided into 0 is 0. That's how you get a slope of 0. What happens if you're going straight up like this or straight down? Now your slope, because you're not going across, your run is 0. And in this case here, it doesn't matter how high or low you're going. You could go up 100, maybe even 1,000 meters. And what happens is you get undefined. At least that's the official version. More on this in the grade 12 math videos.